Hello, my name is Petar Pejcic, and today we will talk about the past simple tense. What is that? Well, people use the past simple tense to describe some finished events that happened in the past. For example, something that happened last year, last month, last day, or maybe in 1921. Past simple tense is very important to learn because people use it in everyday communication. It's very simple and you can learn it easily. So, let's start.
First, let's repeat for what we use the past simple tense. We use the past simple tense to describe finished events in the past. Now, you need to know how to build it. First word of your sentence needs to be subject. For example, I, you, we, or some name like John. Then you put verb. That is the most important part of your sentence. If you have a regular verb, you just put ed on the end of your verb. But if you have irregular verb, it is little difficult because you need to know list of irregular verbs. Then you use simple past form from that list. I know it's difficult, but I'm sure you can learn it if you try. Let's read some examples. For regular verb, play, become played, work, become worked, ask, become asked. Let's read some examples for irregular verb. Make, become made, go, become went, come, become came. One more thing. For most verbs, there is no need for changes. You just add ed on the end and you have simple past form. But there are some cases when it's necessary to do so. Here are some rules to help you get it right. If the verb ends with an e, then you just put d on the end. And examples are bake, become baked, smile, become smiled. The logic is the same with verbs that end upon e, ee, ye, oe. Examples: free, become freed, die, become died, tiptoe, become tiptoed. In some cases, if the verb ends with l, you need to double the l before adding ed. Examples: travel, become traveled, equal, become equaled. Some verbs that end with consonant need to double the final consonant before adding ed. Examples: admit, admitted, commit, committed, stop, stopped. If the verb ends in c, you need to add a k before adding ed. And examples are picnic, become picnicked, mimic, become mimicked. Let's read more examples of the most used verbs in everyday communication. Watch, watched, laugh, laughed, call, called, believe, believed, hear, heard, look, looked, choose, chose, drink, drunk, find, found, have, had, know, knew, send, sent. In the end of your sentence, you can put object, but it's not necessary. And now, examples. I ate an apple. They went to school yesterday. She worked in a factory last year. He asked me a question. And remember, subject plus verb plus object. Let's talk about what is and what is not correct to say. It is correct to say, we did our homework yesterday. It is not correct to say, we do our homework yesterday. The second sentence isn't correct because when you have affirmative sentence in past simple tense, you need to use past simple form of that verb. And some more examples. Right. I worked in a shop last year. Wrong. I worked in a shop last year. Right. She closed a window a few minutes ago. Wrong. She closed a window a few minutes ago. Right. My father built this house in 2011. Wrong. My father built this house in 2011. Now we'll talk about question sentences, or how they call it, interrogative form. People use interrogative form when they want to ask if something has happened in the past. For example, the question is, did I eat an apple? The answer would be yes, I ate an apple. Same with the other examples. Did they go to school yesterday? Yes, they went to school yesterday. Did she work in a factory last year? Yes, she worked in a factory last year. Did he ask me a question? Yes, he asked me a question. Remember, did plus subject plus verb plus object. It is correct to say, did you eat my cake? It is not correct to say, did you ate my cake? The second sentence isn't correct because when you have interrogative sentence in past simple tense, you need to use infinitive form of that verb. I'm sure you're wondering what the word did means, and now I will explain it to you. The list of irregular verbs has 3 columns. First is infinitive form or basic form of the verb. Second is past simple form, which is used for past simple tense. And third is past participle. Did is the past simple form of the verb do. And that is why we use it to build question sentences, or interrogative form. Also, negation is built by adding word not, and now we have did not, or shorter, didn't. A shorter form is used more often because it is easier. If you want to say that something has not happened in the past, you will use negative form. For example, if the question is, did you eat an apple? But that did not happen, the answer would be, I didn't eat an apple. If the question is, did they go to school yesterday? The answer would be, they didn't go to school yesterday. If the question is, did she work in a factory last year? The answer would be, she didn't work in a factory last year. If the question is, did he ask you a question? The answer would be, he didn't ask me a question. Remember, subject plus didn't or did not plus verb plus object. It is correct to say, we didn't buy milk. It is not correct to say, we didn't bought milk. The second sentence isn't correct because when you have negative sentence in past simple tense, you need to use infinitive form of that verb. The past tense of to be in English has 2 forms, was and were. I was, you were, he, she, it was, we were, you were, they were.
You all, thank you for your attention. Now you know how to properly use past simple tense. Again, My name is Petar and I hope we will see soon.